Hi, I'm Danielle with Stitch and Designs. Welcome back to my channel. For today's tutorial, it's going to be a really short one. It is just, I'm only showing you embroidery and kind of like what I'm doing for mine, getting it set up, because it is the create your own spell book. It is such a cool little bag. So the video is going to follow one of Faith from Faith Works Designs. There we go. It's going to follow one of her tutorials. So I will link her video for how to do the whole bag down in the description for it. But this video, I mainly just go over how I'm lining up the embroidery for mine on the front, what I do on the back, and then in the video I show you guys some of the other embroidery options that are available for you guys. So this was really a fun project to do with K&A, to be able to they're like, oh, can you make some embroidery designs for this? I was like, yes, this is really fun. And so I was kind of really limited on my little area, so it wasn't I had to be really careful about how big and the sizing and everything that I had to do for them, but came up with a few really cool options, or at least I think they're pretty cool options. And I think there's some extra ones that aren't in this video that are going to be available as options. Most of them are going to be either a 4x4 or a 5x7 for that. You do not have to do embroidery for this. Embroidery is just one option. You could do absolutely nothing to it at all. That's a complete total option, and it's a really cool still looking spell book bag when you open the inside. So you got the little spider webs, and then you got a little book, and then you get your zipper in there. Oh, and then I got my webbing. I used the Halloween webbing with the spider webs and the bats and everything. I thought it was very fitting. So you can do nothing to it at all. Or if you have a cutting machine where you use SVG, so what is that, a Cricut, a Brother, there's probably other Brother. I don't know. I know there's more than just those two options that are out there for SVG options, but you could totally do an SVG on this. I would highly recommend, when you cut these out, the little scrap vinyl that's on the sides of after you cut this out, practice and test heating on those just to make sure you're getting the right temperature, because I honestly do not know the settings, the heat, to be able to press these, to be able to transfer and do a heat transfer SVG, or I'm not sure if a permanent one would stick. I don't know. You'll just have to play with it, and I think an SVG would be really cool. Another really cool option for this bag if you do not currently own an embroidery machine. But either way, I will stop rambling and I'll let you guys get to it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Hey guys, so we have a little bit different of an angle here for this tutorial. This is the Create Your Own Spell Book, or yeah, I think that's what it's called, Create Your Own Spell Book. So this video will not be going over how to do the entire bag. I'm not going to be focusing on that part. I am mainly focusing on the embroidery section of this. So this is the area that you can add designs to. So those nice little areas. So with Kim and Alex asked me to create some embroidery designs. I came up with a few. I didn't want to get too crazy and have too many options out there. But so you guys will have a selection of them to choose from. I will put pictures of the different options in this video so you guys can see them ahead of time, and then also when getting this, you will also get those embroidery designs as well for it. Okay, so I already have mine interfaced with Decoville Light. If your embroidery machine, if you don't think it can handle going through the vinyl, or depending on the material that you have on the outside, if you don't think it can go through that and the interfacing, then wait to put that on until after your embroidery is all said and done. I like to do it beforehand just because it kind of helps hold the stabilizer there in place. Most of the designs are going to be 4x4. There are some that are 5x7. So I got my 5x7 hoop here. I'm just going to do it in the 5x7 hoop anyway, because then it'll just be easier to fit the vinyl itself without crinkling it too bad. So once you get it done, because you're going to have to kind of squish it down in here, when we're all done, it's gonna have a little bit of a crease. We can flip it over and then press it with the iron, and that'll help get rid of the wrinkles before you take it over to finish sewing up your bag. So for this bag, the designs for the embroidery are completely optional. Like, you guys don't have to use those ones. If you have other designs that you guys would like to do, by all means, please do whatever you guys want. Like, it's your bag. You get to create whatever you want. Like, Kim and Alex just wanted to be able to give you guys options for that. If you guys do not own an embroidery machine, another option is you could do SVGs. You'll just have to be really careful with the vinyl and making sure to get the right temperature, the right heat. But you could do different SVG files inside of these as well. So kind of like the world's your oyster kind of thing. So however creative you guys want to get. Okay. So I'm just trying to get this in the center. I'm going to use some of my 505 temporary spray. I'm going to spray the inside of my hoop to help hold my panel piece down. I notched my centers for centering this way, which also works for in here. So holding that down. And then inside your hoop, you want to hoop either cutaway or tearaway. Either one will work. In my hoop currently is tearaway. They were already set up from another project I still need to do, so I'm just gonna borrow those hoops for now. And then you want to make sure, because this is vinyl, if you were using a material that you could put pins through, by all means, like, make sure you want to stabilize this panel so it doesn't move on you. You can use pins for through the cotton, waterproof canvas and stuff like that, or canvas. I'm not entirely sure what materials this bag comes in, so don't hold me to that. But I just like to use masking tape, and that will hold, at least try to hold it to the best I can to keep it from moving. Once it gets going, it'll be fine. It's just the initial, it needs to stay in place kind of thing. So I'm going to do two different designs. So I'm going to do one for the front, which this is our front. Ooh, am I too close to that edge? Nope, I think I'm okay. I'll double check it once I get it into the hoop. So I got one design that I'm going to put on here and another design I'm going to put on here. So for my machine, I'm going to be using my Brother Entrepreneur. This is my 6 needle. This one doesn't have a camera on it, but what I can do is, so this design technically could have 3 different colors. So when I go over to colors, I can change it and make it more of a colorful design if I wanted to, but I'm just doing all of mine in as one color. Most of the design options is going to be a single color. There are a couple that are multicolor, but what I can do is go to, nope. Well, so it is technically right now, it is mapping out. Well, that was cool. I haven't, normally I just do this one and it tells me where the bottom and tops are. So for the center, so I know I need to move my design over. Almost there. Okay. Okay, there we go. And then double check. Okay, that looks good. Let's check over here. All right. Oop. That's not quite. Oops. There we go. So I'm trying my best to get it as centered in the panel itself. So we got about a finger now there. About a finger now. Okay, that looks Maybe I need to, no. Did I not keep this put in there straight? Okay. So it's definitely going to be, this is for the embroidery people. You guys will understand, like, getting everything placement, getting it lined up right. Yeah, I do this on a date, like on a normal basis, but trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing and record what the heck I'm doing at the same time. I don't think that's pretty centered. Yeah, I think I'm slightly rotated. I'm gonna double check this. Okay, so my panel was slightly crooked, so I took it out and I slightly, just a tiny bit of an adjustment, and then I rechecked everything, and it is now, I'm gonna say that it's lined up, and then I'm gonna do it, and it's not gonna turn out. That's gonna be my absolute luck when it comes to this, but I think it's pretty darn good. I like where it's placed, so yeah, now I'm getting nervous. I'm on the spot. All right, now we're gonna go over to embroidery, and this thing will only take 7 minutes to stitch out, so it's a pretty simple design. And here we go. All right, here it is. Oh my gosh, it turned out so good. And it is centered, and it's even. Victory! All right, so now we can take this out of the hoop, save our tape, and we can reuse it for our next one. All right, so there's that. Oh yeah, and it's a little, you can see it's a little crinkly, so I will be pressing this. But oh my gosh, that looks so good. And it's a very non-directional print. Or not print. Wow. Design. There we go. Because your bag will be hanging like this. Oops. Make sure I'm in the frame. So your design will be, or the bag will be hanging like this. But then when you turn it up to like look at it like an actual book, it will be the correct way. Okay. So you can set that one aside. I'm going to grab my other 5x7 hoop. Not knock stuff over. Okie dokie. Let's grab some 505. Oh, I never marked my centers on this one. Okay, so I think so it goes up, so it sits like this, but I don't think it's really super prevalent which way it faces. Well, if they go like this, because this is the back of the bag, this is the flap. Okay, so this is the upside. Okay. So just make a mental note of which direction your design needs to be, because there are a few designs that are directional. The ones that I'm doing are technically, wouldn't be they're non-directional. So just make sure you are putting your design on to your piece in the direction that it's supposed to be going. Okay, make sure that this is taped down so it doesn't move. Okay, so double checking that. I need to make a mark. Marking my tape so that way I don't forget which way I'm going. All right, now back over to the hoop, or the machine with the hoop. So I'm going to be doing this design. So it is non-directional. So even if I goofed up and was putting it in the wrong way, this one doesn't matter. But again, some of the designs are directional. So you just have to make sure that they're going in the way that they should. And this is a one color. Oops, wrong button. And I'm going to do this thing again because that was kind of super convenient. Okay, so we're definitely off. Nope, maybe not. Okay, well, now I need to do this one because I need to make sure that we are in center, which we look like we need to move over. Okay, then we'll go look at our sides. Ooh, sides are even level. Score. Okay, there's that one. Okay, that looks pretty good. This one, yeah, this one looks a lot better. Okay, well, we're gonna run this one. Okay, our back is finished. Oh, it looks so good. Great. I like it. It might be a little crooked. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, it looks a little off. Looks like it's a little that way. But it's okay because it's the back of the bag. It still looks really cool. Oh well. Can't win them all. At least the front looks good, right? That's the more important one. The front looks good. So, and I like that this right here will match part of the lining in there, which is really cool. And then, so some of the other designs that have it, there are other designs with that in there. There's designs with the spider, which is right there. But so now I'm going to sew this up, and I'll have pictures at the very end of this bag all finished and ready to go. And if you're looking for the tutorial on this bag itself, you will find, I'll link the video for it down below. It is done by Faith from Faithworks, and you're going to be following the TARDIS bag of hers. So that's the one that you're going to be following. And of course, I'll link it down below for the full tutorial of that bag. But yeah, so I can't wait to see what you guys create. Hopefully you guys, if you guys use my embroidery designs, please make sure to share them in my embroidery design group. It is called Stitchin' Designs, Embroidery and More. I'll link the group down in the description box below. And if you guys aren't a member of the group, please do join. I put all my embroidery designs that I put up in there. So thank you guys for watching. I hope it was informative. If not, I hope that I made you guys giggle or laugh a little bit. So thanks again.